Welcome back to my channel, beautiful besties. I've got my iced latte. It's gonna be a great day, yeah. I'm gonna be showing you guys my go-to, my like everyday makeup look. It's a little bit of a baddie look. I had it on in my Sephora haul. A few people wanted to see it, so I'm giving the people what they want. If you're ready to slay, if you wanna look like a bad bitch, if you wanna look hot, this video is for you. Skincare wise, I'm just gonna tell you guys quickly what I'm gonna use. So I'm taking my IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream Moisturizer. If you've watched my other makeup videos, you already know I love this. I've also got my Glow Recipe, got the Avocado Ceramide Serum. I'm literally just popping those two on real quick because I did just cleanse my face. It's just feeling a bit dehydrated right now. Before I do anything, I like to go in with the Hydro Grip setting spray from Milk before I put anything on my face. I love starting with this because it's the Hydro Grip. It grips that stuff on, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna spray over my face. Refreshing. I'm gonna start with the brow. I've got this Anastasia brow brush. This baby. That's a ghost. Taking the spoolie side, I'm dipping that in. So I kind of just shape them with the gel as I'm going through with how I'm gonna want them to sit. And once they're gelled like this, I take the smoothing side and I press the gel into place. It's a brow lemmy, I swear to God. Once we've got the brows in place, to fill in like any little gaps and go underneath just to define them a bit more, I am taking my Anastasia Dip Brow. I've got this in the shade Medium Brown. I've got this little Morphe brow brush and I'm taking it on the little angled side like this. I really lightly define underneath. We can do that the whole way along. I just lightly fill in with some light strokes, just any of the gaps there. Now my brows are looking like so. I just like to go in around like the top and the bottom and just clean up if there's any gel or excess product. I just take some micellar and a little pad like this, literally just with my finger, I just clean in around the top. For my go-to foundation, I have been using the KVD Good Apple Foundation. Literally makes your skin look flawless. I've wet my beauty blender and I'm just taking that and I'm just gonna press that in and around the whole face. I always used to use a beauty blender years ago, and I went off it for like years and I was only using like foundation brushes. Recently, I'm obsessed with the sponges again. Going in with a foundation brush and then going over the top with a sponge, flawless. I don't really carve out around the brows unless I have like extra time. I really just try and get as close as I can with a sponge, and if I need to go in with a brush, lightly get in there a bit closer. For creams, I literally switch it up every day. Today I'm taking my nude sticks. So for contour, we're going to be taking Bondi Babe. I am obsessed with this blush. This is Cherry Blossom Babe. It's such a pretty pink. So I just pick that up on this brush and then I just lightly start by kind of stamping it in, kind of like blend in a bit more. And then I like to bring that up onto the temples and the forehead. I really get that into my hairline too. For the cream blush, I'm taking a little angled fluffy brush like this. Some days, just depending how I feel, I go in with like a beauty blender. Some days I go in with a brush. Some days I go in with the stick, but rarely. I just kind of go in the same kind of stamping motion and I go up. I am a sucker for blush. Like I love so much blush. I feel like it really complements my big juicy cheeks. If you love blush too, then pack it on, girl. It's so beautiful. Do a little bit on my nose. Guys, how cute is it? I'm just taking the same brush we just used to do the contour and we're just gonna like blend them kind of in a bit more together. Now we're going in with concealer. I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I've got it in the creamy version. 16N is the shade I use and I'm just putting a little bit in underneath the inner corner and the outer corner and a little few dots on the nose like so. I'm just taking another beauty blender and we're just gonna go upwards as well, so they all like seamlessly blend into each other. I feel like I am constantly changing up little steps and tricks and tips that I am like incorporating into my makeup routine, or I see someone else do it a certain way and I'm like, oh, that looked really nice, so then I try it and I'm like, oh yes, slay, but then I switch it up again. With makeup, it is such an expression of self, finding what works for you and what suits you most. For powder, bronzer, I'm going in with my Huda Glowish. I've got this in the shade Deep Tan on a little angled fluffy brush, packing it on but not too much because it's very, very pigmented. And we're just doing the stamping upward motions again. If I'm to go in circular motions, it's going to go muddy and cakey. And I'm just going to bring that up onto my forehead. Blush, I'm taking the Kylie Cosmetics. I've got this in the shade Winter Kiss. It is the most beautiful shade blush. It's such a pretty light pink. I'm just going in, starting on the apples and working my way up, bringing that into the temples. I'm taking my Huda Beauty loose setting powder. I've got this in Pound Cake. I like to go in any of those finer spots with a powder puff, and I start underneath the eyes, and I really like, I just go on top of the blush as well and all over the nose. I really like to get in around the nose and in my smile lines because I crease there, and this just helps it stay nice. Then I just like to take a little fluffy powder brush. I just get like a smidge, and then we're just gonna like dust that in this lower half. For nose contour, I am taking my Hoola by Benefit. So I start like underneath the brow there, all the way to the tip. And then I just take a fluffy little blending brush and blend that out. It never matters if you go in too harshly because you are going to blend it out anyway. Now with the same Hoola, I'm taking just a little fluffy brush like this. This is what I do every time, and we're just going into the crease. Add some dimension and some color to the lid. I mainly focus it on my crease, and then I go on like the lower half of the lid and the end there, and I kind of fan it out a bit more. For highlighter, I'm just taking my Dior Backstage Universal highlighter. I mix the top two, so I just grab a little fluffy brush like this, slightly go in on the nose, the lip, ever so lightly on the top of the cheeks. Then I just like to take like a blush brush and just go over the top of where I just put the highlighter, just so it's not as intense and blends it in. Now for eyeliner, I am taking my Hyper Sharp by Maybelline Wing Eyeliner. I'd like to map out where I'm going to go with this. So we start from the waterline on the bottom, and we're just going lightly up. So I follow that shape and that angle. And then once we got that line there, we're going to go in on the top one, and we're going to go down to halfway on that lid. And then you can like go in and add length, you can fix up the tip and fix it all up. So really, if you just create that border like so, we're gonna go do the inner corner. This is like the game changer because like it looks cute like this, but when you add that little inner corner, it's like sexy, seductive. I'm obsessed. I start in a tear duct and I do a little line out. And then I go in on the bottom part first into the bottom waterline, and then we go into the top waterline, and then it looks cute like so. I'm going to pre-glue my lashes. I've lost a lash. Man down. It's okay, I found her. That was scary. I'm going to pre-glue my lashes, and then I'm going to do my mascara by the time the glue gets like tacky enough to put on. Mascara's done. I've cut these little strip lashes. They're the volume ones from Sephora, and I just cut the inner corner of them usually, and then I use them on the outer corner of my eye. The best mascara, guys. My favorite. The Bad Girl Bang by Benefit. I've got some long tweezers. The best investment. If you don't have a pair, you need a pair. And I just pop them on, obviously, the half of my eye at the end there. Look how easy they just go on. When I don't have the end lashes, I'm like, something just looks off. How cute. Coming in with an iconic lip combo. I've got my Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut lip liner. It's the shade 606. And then I go in with my Fenty Skin lip oil in Cherry Treat. Outline the lips. Once we've done the border, go back in with the same lip liner, and we just come in like halfway on the lips. That's what I do for the lip liner with the finger. Just blend. And then we go in with the lip oil. It smells so good. And then we just go in over the top with the lip oil. And it's hydrating at the same time. It's nourishing my lips. We've got to set the face with some setting spray. Taking the queen herself, Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I pack this on. I love it. It just feels so good. Quick little dry. This is the finished look. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video and watching my go-to everyday makeup look. If you recreate this look, let me know how you go. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also hit that thumbs up button. You may as well because you're already there, you know what I mean? I appreciate the support. I love you guys all so much. Have a great week. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in my next video.